Ronaldinho, yeah. Ronaldinho, 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 Ronaldinho.
Yesterday, I wasn't able to cover the match between Barcelona and Real Sociedad, in which we managed to turn it around in the last few minutes thanks to Luis Suarez and Dembele. So in this video, I want to take a closer look into the things that we can improve. I rewatched the game as well as the highlights and taking a look at every single thing that I think are very, very important for us to analyze, because certainly there must be some self-reflection. There are some areas that we still need to improve. We could say that yesterday was a great result nevertheless. Obviously, Anoeta is a very difficult place to play at, but still, it may have been a better performance. Regarding the types of videos that I'm doing, I'm gonna continue like this without no face cam for now. I need to get some stuff fixed in my room first, like the lighting, which is very, very uncomfortable and makes me just really, really annoyed because there's not enough brightness in the room. But as soon as I get that fixed, I will be uploading once again face cam. Hopefully I can get it done before the match between Barcelona and PSV, so perhaps the match reaction will be with face cam, hopefully, so let's wait and see. The first thing that I want to stress is that even though it may have been a bad game or not the best of performances, I feel that there is no need to call for any kind of drama. It's really not that dramatic. There are other reasons that play into part, and I feel that we must consider them and also we must analyze them, because are things that perhaps we should learn from in the future to just be able to play and handle games like this. So the first one is that it's always going to be very difficult to play it at Anoeta or make it that, like for instance BugaLuis. Those are stadiums where Barcelona historically has always really struggled. In the last like 10 years, the only time we were able to beat Real Sociedad at Anoeta was last season, where we beat also coming down from a comeback. So Real Sociedad always play well at Anoeta, and they always play well against Barcelona. It has to do something with the philosophy of football, or just how these two teams clash on the football pitch, but there's something in this match that makes it very, very difficult. So to be honest, having resulted that in a win, we must be very happy, because having seen, for instance, I saw the first result was 1-0 to Real Sociedad, and it seems that it was going to go that way for the second half as well. I was just like, this is going to be another time where Barcelona lose at Anoeta, but hopefully and thankfully it didn't happen. Luis Suarez and Dembele reacted. That's very, very good. We showed reaction. That's always very important. If you're going to lose a game or whatever, always show reaction, because at the end of the day, that reaction can carry you forward and make you win that game in the last few minutes. So that's good for us, and that's good that Barcelona reacted. Also, we got to talk about that need of luck per se. If you tell me that in this sport luck doesn't work at all, I'm just gonna say you that you don't have any kind of like idea of what you're saying, because football, any kind of sport, basketball, golf, there's always some kind of luck involved. Be it that wind, be it the pitch, be it like for instance a player having a personal problem and doesn't play as the best in the pitch the next day. There's different stuff, so many variables, so many things that luck always influences in the game. And this time around, Barcelona had a little bit of luck, but that's not bad. That's not bad. We had that, and many other times we may not. So that's good to see that at the end of the day we got that result. We managed to pull ourselves forward, because accompany us with luck, we showed that attitude in the second half. It has to improve obviously for the full 90 minutes, but that thing called luck was still there. So we must be thankful for that as well. But the main reason why I feel that this bad performance was kind of like justified is that there's this like FIFA virus. Every time we have this international break, many teams drop points, and this is another like kind of nitpicky thing that annoys me in football, because it's just so badly planned. The schedules are so bad whenever there's international breaks, because they cut consistently down to the ground, and it makes it actually kind of like unfair for bigger teams in a sense, because if we've seen, for instance, and we analyze Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, our two main opponents, they drop points in this game. They drop points, 2 points each against Eibar and then as Atletico Bilbao respectively. So they had very difficult games per se in their own right. But it's just even harder because Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid, including Barcelona as well, we have so many international players that Eibar and Atletico Bilbao, as well as Real Sociedad, could have planned for over 1 week and a half, could have planned this game completely. They could plan and train every single day to how and beat us, while these other big teams like Real Madrid, Atletico and Barcelona only have like around 3 days to do it. So that's a thing that I think needs to be changed. We need to have more time to give players to come back if we're going to give them international breaks, or there must be some sort of thing being fixed, because this can affect a lot of things around the world, really, because our biggest teams always struggle when we have international breaks afterwards. So We need that to be changed. We need that to work around with, and hopefully it gets changed in the future. But I still don't want to make this video sound like I'm making any kind of excuses, because there's still a lot of things that I feel Barcelona need to improve and adjust. One of them is the attitude. It's simple as that. You need to have attitude and personality to win a football match, to win anything in any kind of thing around the world. In anything you do, you need to have personality, attitude, and you need to have motivation. And if you don't have that, you're never gonna get anywhere. And most importantly, when your attitude against of your opponent, if the opponent has better attitude than you, I don't have nothing to say. You need to always match your opponent. You need to match the rivals. Here I'm gonna use a quote that Mr. Seitan, another Spanish YouTuber that does Barcelona videos just like me, he said that sometimes Barcelona mixes up patience with being sluggish or being slow. And that's what I think happened in this game. That happened in Roma as well. We always try to be a little bit more patient, knowing that we have the better players in possession, to have a lot more of chances to being created. But at the end of the day, if we never get running, if we never start the engine, it's gonna take us a long time to get back into that mentality during a game. Like, we can have that mentality outside in the pitch, but in the game is another thing. That mentality needs to come from the moment the players step into the pitch, and that didn't happen with Barcelona today. That didn't happen with Barcelona in Roma. That's something that needs to be changed and something that needs to be addressed if we want to have the Champions League basically in the Camp Nou at the end of the season. That's something that needs to be changed. We cannot confuse patience with being slow. We need to attack, we need to be ready, we need to be direct. We need to be patient, yes, in certain situations, but never, never, ever try to play a slow game. This can be seen by the number of shots that we had in the first half. We only had 3 of them, and 2 of them came from Gerard Piqué, which is our center back, and doesn't make absolutely any sense at all, taking into consideration the players that we have at our disposal. More importantly, I think the decision of putting Rafinha and Sergio Roberto, just really didn't make much sense. Neither Sergio Roberto or Rafinha are good in the pressing, and we just resulted at the end of the day of having a really organized Real Sociedad man-marking these players and really having a soft press that never really allowed Rafinha and Sergio Roberto to excel in their own right. We needed somebody to pressure hard those man-marking players, to give them an extra load in the defense, so open up space for Rafinha, to open up space for someone like Lionel Messi, and that was just not there. So now, guys, it's your turn. Tell me in the comment box down below what things you would improve, what didn't you like of the game of Real Sociedad, what things you did like. For instance, I love Dembélé, that he actually managed to score another goal for Barcelona. That's very, very good. That's a good step in the right direction, and certainly can fill him with a lot of confidence. His performance was kind of great. He wasn't nor good or bad, he was just there, but having that goal at the end of the day is also a very good thing and a huge motivational boost for him, which is very, very, very good. So tell me about what you thought in the comment box down below, and just like always, drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.